What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Handmade and Beyond podcast. I'm your host, LL, leader of the handmadeandbeyond.com website and community. I'm a self-employed entrepreneur, an Etsy expert, and business coach who's figured out how to make my entire living with my handmade business. Each week, I'll dive into strategies and success tips to help you with your handmade business, with Etsy, and everything in between. Let's dive in. What is going on, everyone? Glad to be back with you. Welcome to the Handmade and Beyond podcast. Thanks for listening, as usual. If you're a new listener, welcome. If you're an existing listener, an existing fan, welcome back. I love to have you guys. If you like the podcast, you get a lot out of it, and it helps you. I'd really appreciate it if you guys left a quick review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you guys are listening to it. It just helps me reach more listeners and helps people see that this is a cool and helpful podcast. So to dive in today, and I have a really good topic for you. And it's something that a lot of people struggle with, and it is really, and this is something that when you're either starting an Etsy business or even if you have an existing Etsy business, it always comes up time after time, and that is what to sell on Etsy. You know, it's when you're first getting started, maybe you're not sure which niche to dabble in, or what. Maybe you have a couple of different interests. So you're not sure what to open your shop under. You know, you may struggle with that as well, and that's kind of a broader way to look at it because you're not even sure of your niche. And then from there, maybe you decided on your niche, and then you're not sure which products to create. Or maybe you have your shop open, you have a niche, and you've just started it, or you've had a business for a long time. It always comes to fruition that at some point or another, you're kind of unsure what to sell next. You're unsure what to create. You're not exactly, confident, or you kind of run out of ideas. You know, we've all had that happen where we get into a funk and we're like, I don't know, should I create this product? Should I sell this product? Will it work? Won't it work? So those are very common struggles that people have. So there's really two ways to look at it as far as products to sell. You can decide to create a product that's obviously in your niche that makes sense to sell. It's something that you actually want to create. You're interested in, you're passionate about it, and you want to create it and try and sell it. So that's one way to look at what to create. It's just you just want to do it, and you think that it will do well. The other way to look at it is it's something within your niche that you're interested in still, but it's based on demand. It's based on market. It's a subject matter that you know is doing pretty well, and it's within your niche, and you have an interest, and you decide to bring that to your product line as well. I'm not talking about copying something. I'm talking about a product, a listing that's within your own flavor, that you know based on market research, keyword research, that is going to be a higher chance of success. You can try and create something 100% original that's maybe never been done before. That is possible, and I'm not going to ever deter anyone from trying to do something like that or trying to put themselves out there, because the more you try stuff, the more chances of success you'll have. However, it's a much bigger lift to try and create a product or something, basically invent something that hasn't been done before. It's just there's nothing out there like it. It's a bigger lift because people just don't know about it, and there's no market for it yet. So you have to go through the process of teaching people and really advertising and really getting it out there so people learn what it is and want to buy it. So that's a bigger lift, and it's a lot harder. So it's a lot easier to work within the confines of what people are already wanting, and stuff that, people, there's a market for it, and there's traffic for it. There's people searching for it. But at the same time, you're putting your own flavor, your own spin, your own value on the product. For example, there's a big market for pipe shelving. That's and a shelf is a shelf is a shelf. However, that doesn't mean that you can't do cool stuff with it within your own, to put your own flavor on it, to put your own spin on it. You can inlay some, I forget what they call where they inlay the it's not putty. They do like cool designs with like shelving inlays. You can do, live wood edges. You can do barn wood that's hundreds of years old that people just can't get. You can do cool things with the piping. You can change up the screws. You can maybe platinum plate it, gold plate it, maybe put a design on the piping itself. So there's a ton of things that you can do to make it your own that other people are not doing. So, but what you're going to, based on demand research, that there's a pretty big demand for pipe shelving or shelving in general. And you decide to bring that to your furniture store, your furniture niche, or your houseware niche, whatever niche you're in that's related, and you're putting your own spin on it. The same thing, if you sell chairs, you sell aluminum chairs or something like that, and you custom paint on them, you custom do custom art, custom designs. I mean, that is your own, but an aluminum chair is an aluminum chair. So you're not you're not inventing something completely new that no one's ever heard of. So that's kind of what I was getting at as far as, it's hard to create something that hasn't been done before, but there's a ton of things that you can do to put your own flavor, your own spin, your own cool design work, your own artistry on it. And that is what I'm talking about. So with that being said, there's, those two ways to either it's something that you just want to do and you're not sure of the market, or it's something that you're kind of sure of the market and there's a demand, and then you create it based on that. What I want to talk about next is the latter, or well, actually both. So either way, in either of those circumstances, you can do market research, and this is kind of what I was getting at, to see if you have a good chance of success. So you can see kind of the traffic and sales for keywords related to those products, and see if you have a good chance of success based on your market research. So you're like, next, well, how do I do that? How do I know that? Well, that's what I'm going to get into now, and that's a new product search tool, or a product seeker tool from Allura. So if you guys are watching this on the website or on YouTube or whatever, I'm going to bring up a demo here. Either way, if you're just listening, I'm going to describe it the best I can so you don't actually have to see it. But I'm a partner with Allura because I believe in them. I'm a partner with very, very few companies. I don't believe in partnering with people and stuff that I don't use, because I think that's BS. I only want to talk about stuff that I use a lot, and I use Allura every day, and they're always thinking of new ways to release features that are actually actionable, that stuff that we can act on to actually help our business grow and give us the information that we need as Etsy sellers. So that's why I love the company. That's why I believe in the company. So they have a new product seeker tool that just came out, and this is for exactly what I said, to search market demand, to see if there's a demand for something, either A, that you want to create that fits in your niche, that you actually know what it is and you want to create it, but you haven't done it yet. So you can search for keywords related to that. Or B, if you're just unsure what to create, or maybe you have a couple of ideas, you can just do some research based on that and see what is going to be the most viable option for you. And the neat thing about this is you can search for, you can just type in the search bar here, whatever you want, whatever keywords that you want, and just do a search on that and see what comes up. And then from there, sort. There's sort bars or sort columns on the bottom where the products are coming up, and you can sort by price, favorites, monthly sales, and total sales, which is neat. But really the game-changing thing about this is there's a search bar where you can search for something, but then there's metrics where you can filter and you can do minimum and maximum. So that's what I really like. So you don't have to pull everything up. You can literally search by total sales, total revenue, monthly sales, monthly revenue, price, views, favorites, and age, which is cool. So for example, total sales, you can do a minimum, or you can do a maximum, or you can do both. So you can do a range in there, which is amazing. I love the fact that you can do that with any of those metrics. You can do a minimum and a maximum, or both, to set a range. And you can get pretty granular if you want to set a couple of these up. And then on the right-hand side, there's an item type drop down where you can do a drop down based on handmade item. You can do handmade or non-handmade, vintage or non-vintage, craft supply, digital item, or customizable item. So you can further get granular. If say your niche is digital, maybe you just only want to look for digital products based on a keyword that you're searching for. So that's where that comes in handy. And then you can also at the top only filter out by country and by category as well. So the easiest way to use this, I mean, if you're looking to create something, and I'll stick with my pipe shelf example. Say I want to see if maybe I have a furniture store, but I don't have any pipe shelving yet. But I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I want to do that. That sounds pretty neat. I have I do neat inlays, or I can do inlays within the wood. Or I came across some rare farm wood or old farm wood or something like that, and I want to do pipe shelving. But I want to see if there's a market for it. So you can type pipe shelf in the search bar, and then at total sales, you can do a maximum sales or a minimum sales to see what comes up. So what I want to do here as far as total sales, or you can do it by revenue, whatever you want to do. I want to see if I'm going to do minimum sales 100. So basically what that's going to do is that's not going to give me anything below 100, and I'm going to search and kind of see what comes up. See what listings come up where they're making more than 100 sales based on what my keyword that I put in there. And you can see that there's plenty, if you're looking at this, there's a lot of listings that come up that have more than 100 total sales. And then it also breaks down the monthly sales. And this gives all the listings as far as what comes up under pipe shelving. There's a lot of different options as far as pipe shelving, but really you can look in here and kind of see what they're selling specifically. But really what I want to look at is just filter and see what kind of sales these numbers are bringing in, or these listings are bringing in. And I know if these listings for pipe shelving is bringing in a lot of sales, then I have a chance. And then there's a big market. There's a lot of people buying this stuff. So no matter what I release to the market that has the keyword pipe shelving, I'm increasing my chances of success. Again, I'm not copying these listings. I'm doing my own flavor. I'm doing my own spin. But there's thousands and thousands of ways to do shelving out there. I'm just putting my flavor into the marketplace. So you can go super broad with this if you want. For instance, if I just wanted to do, I'm not sure what I want to do. Maybe I'll just do, like lion, and see what comes up under that. And then, maybe I'm an artist and I have the ability to do different lion designs on different items. So you can use it this way and see what's coming up under lion to kind of get an idea of what's selling. If there's a lion shirt that comes up that's absolutely killing it, or a bunch of lion listings that are absolutely killing it with clothing, then maybe I want to design my own lion design and do my own thing and put it out there. So no matter what you use this for, it will give you, or how you use it, there's a lot of different ways that you can use it, a lot of different ways that you can mess around with this and filter stuff out. But I just love that you can have the information and the stats that you need for a better chance of success. So maybe you have 2 items and you're not sure which one to do first. Maybe it's a little time consuming. Well, maybe you do some keyword research based on this product seeker and see if there's a demand for what you're selling or what you want to put out there. Or maybe you're just not sure what to create and you just want to start popping in keywords related to your niche and see what's super popular right now. People do this all the time. Things there's a lot of trends and a lot of popular items. So you can capitalize on that. And then there's a lot of items that just do well throughout the year, no matter what. They're just very consistent. They're high selling items. So the goal is to find items within your niche that you want to create, that you're interested in, or something you have a passion about. Well, all this stuff you should have a passion about. But either way, it's something that you want to make, but you don't want to release something that there's absolutely no market for, because the chances of getting traffic and making sales is going to be very, very slim unless you have a good insider knowledge that it's going to be successful, or you have another marketing plan to teach an audience or find an audience to send to that product. Maybe you have a strong social media following that follows you, and you can create brand new stuff that just doesn't exist yet, and you'll automatically be able to send and drive traffic to your Etsy shop. But I'm talking about stuff that finding existing traffic and demand in Etsy that maybe you can start to capitalize on, and at a minimum find keywords to capitalize on to send traffic to your listing, so that you'll get more traffic and you'll get more sales based on stats, based on stuff that information that you have at your fingertips. And outside of the product seeker too, you can use the keyword finder, which is another tool that Allura has, and that will bring up just a list of keywords and the keywords performance as well. So you can just type in wood shelf or pipe shelf, and it'll bring in the number of sales that it gets for that specific keyword based on monthly, based on total. So that's another way to do product and market research as well. If you just want to go super general and just find keywords and not even look and see what listings are doing well, you can do it that way as well. So there's more than one way to skin a cat, and they have a lot of cool tools on here to be able to use and do market and demand research to help you increase your chances of being success. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. So they just released this tool. Check it out. They do have a free trial, but I'm going to include a link below as well. Since I am a partner with them, you can hop on via that link and check it out. Test drive it. They have, like I said, they have a lot of cool tools. They have a listing helper, which helps you diagnose your listings. They have this product seeker tool. They have a keyword finder tool, which is a game changer with SEO. They have a Chrome browser plugin, which is amazing, that you can do the same type of research on Etsy itself and hit the Chrome extension, and it populates information about the search terms that you're searching for, specific shops and specific listings. So a lot of cool tools, a lot of actionable stuff, which I like, which you can actually get the information to take action on. And at the end of the day, it just helps you increase your chances of being successful. So I'll include a link below so you can hop into that, but I wanted to share that with you guys because they just released it, so I would check it out. So other than that, happy selling. I'll be back with you again next week. Have an awesome rest of your day.